Good morning. It's a beautiful, crisp fall day here in Southern California. And behind me is a bus stop. And you might think, well, Bob is going somewhere. And you'd be right, but not on the bus. No, that's just a metaphor for what I'm going to talk about today. The fact of the matter is, for my regulars who know what's going on, bear with me while I bring the people who are just starting out to watch my channel what's happening. For the past 6 months, I've basically been off of YouTube. Won't go into the reasons why. Basically, life got in the way. And now I'm in the process of getting back into the swing of things. And part of that process is I've made a commitment to live stream at least once a week, regardless if I'm ready or not. By that I mean, I like to have things, well, what's the expression? I like to have my ducks all lined up in a row. I want to know what I'm doing. I want to make sure all the batteries are charged. I got my maps all, marked out so that when I go live, I'm not boring the crap out of you. However, I've learned that trying to be perfect is not necessarily the way to do things. So, that being said, like I said, I've made this commitment. I'm going to live stream at least once a week. Even if it's just like this, I'm shooting from the hip. I have no idea really what I'm going to talk about or what I'm going to do. But I know this, if I don't do something, I won't do anything. And it's better to do a little something than a whole lot of nothing. So I hope you'll stick with me as I go through this transition, because there's a lot on my plate. I've got a lot of notes back in my studio office about what I want to do, places I want to go, things I want to see. And I've already made the steps towards upgrading my equipment. I won't go into the detail on that yet. Hi, Alas. Hey, all the way from England. Are you in London again? I mean, that's pretty much where you're usually at when I talk to you. Anyway, let's see here. Trying to find a place where I can conveniently, there we go. I can conveniently chit-chat with you. I don't want to have to sit here and hold the gimbal while I talk, unless I'm, actually have someplace to go. All right, there we go. We'll get this all set up. 1 second. There we go. Yeah. Oh, no. No, this is a good example of what I'm talking about. My perfectionist nature is such that I would get really bent out of shape if things didn't go exactly the way I wanted them to, especially if I planned them out a certain way and I knew I'd done all of my stuff. But now I'm learning to go with the flow. So as I was saying, I've bought some new equipment. I won't tell you what it is. I'll do that in a separate video, most likely an edited video, because there's a lot there to say and I want to make sure. What's this? Transmission is unstable due to a weak network condition. This is nuts. This is what I mean. I have to bend with it. Now I don't understand why I'm having an unstable network or poor network. I'm just blocks away from where I live. There should be plenty of Wi-Fi connection or not Wi-Fi, cellular connection, and yet it's not. Maybe I need to move away from the school. Well, let's try that, see if that works at all. If push comes to shove, I guess I can go back to that. Let's see, now I gotta get myself back on track, because see, when I was actually on a roll there, I was doing pretty good. One of the things that I find difficult about live streaming, whoa, I wasn't careful about watching my step, was I? Okay, I'm good. Talking off the cuff is a difficult thing, because if you don't have all your facts and figures etched into your brain. You're going to have a lot of dead air as you talk. Like an See, that's a good example. I'm buying time when I go, Anyway, one of the reasons it's important, I think, for me to live stream like this is I need the practice of operating the gimbal and talking, and especially if I'm just shooting from the hip, as it were. And maybe, I'm not going to get I won't get many views. That's okay. To be honest, my average view count for the last few live streams is about 50, maybe a little more, but not much. But I have this attitude, if I keep with it, if I keep at it, things will improve and the channel will grow. Hang on here. Somebody's leaving and I don't want to get in the way of the car that's in front of me. And I don't want to show that car because, it's privacy issues, right? So, at least it looks like, oh, hey, Peppo. Good to see you, my friend. That's great. We got two of you guys here. Hang on here. Nah. Don't like the composition. Do I see somebody else there? Oh, hey. Reds 28-1. We got a full house. We got 3 people here. Outstanding. At least it seems like the connection is better. So to continue this train of thought, what's important here right now, this is practice, okay? This is the minor leagues. I don't expect these live streams to be particularly popular or deep, or I hope they're informative in the sense that you get a better idea of who I am and what I'm doing. In fact, here's one of the things that it's important for you to understand. When I started this channel 16 years ago, it was a fluke. I'm a professional product photographer. I'd purchased a green screen and I was testing it out, and I was sitting in front of the camera with a green screen behind me, and for some reason I started talking silly, as this character called, well, I call him UFO Bob. I started talking like that, and I said, "Hi there, folks, it's UFO Bob, and I got one question for you. You see that van over there? That's actually a cleverly disguised alien shellcraft. That's right. In any minute, it's gonna zoom off and rendezvous with the mothership. That's right." Now, it was fun, and I did that for about a year, but it was a lot of work. I mean, writing the scripts, doing the special effects, shooting. I was doing everything alone. And it was cutting in, frankly, to my, I'm trying to decide whether I'm going to cross the street or not. Yeah, I'll just stick out and stay on this side. It was cutting into my business, and I was taking away the time that I needed to give to my clients. And so I started to pare down my show where I was doing cooking and travel. Now, oddly enough, the cooking videos are the ones that have the most views. I have one that's got 400,000 views on it. Some of the travel ones, they're up in the thousands. Oh, Jazz Hellcat. I can't keep track of everybody's names, especially when they have more than one handle. But that's okay. You made it clear who you are, and I'm glad to see you. Okay, so I'm gonna come over here, and I gotta find a place where I want to set the camera down and be able to chat with you comfortably. And see, from doing it from way up here, it's just, I don't think it's a very good composition, but I'll live with it, right? Okay. So, it's getting warm too. See, again, I've lost my train of thought. I was doing really, really good, and you know, and what's that movie where with the talking dog, and he's talking to these people, and he goes, he's like this. He's talking, he goes, squirrel. I say, you know, it's easy for me to get off track, and see, now I'm digressing and I'm talking about squirrels and dogs and old movies. And who cares, right? Now it's getting cold. The sun here is being obscured by the clouds. We're supposed to have rain for the next 4 or 5 days here where I live, and pretty heavy actually, which is good. We need it where I live. So the bottom line here is, I hope whoever watches this, whether you're a regular or somebody's just tuned in and trying to figure out who this guy is and what he's doing, I hope you'll watch, because as I was saying, I was talking about the cooking and the travel. I like doing the cooking and travel. I haven't been able to do much of either. So right now, I have this attitude. I'm going to do what I can with what I have until I can do what I want the way I want when I have what I want to do it with, whether that's time, equipment, money, whatever the case may be. And in fact, there's a bigger underlying story I want to do about this, and that's about the importance of not quitting, not giving up. But this is not the video for it. I think that's one where I may want to actually take some time and write up some detailed notes so that what I give you is something that's usable for you. It's important that I provide you, the viewer, with something of value. If you're going to spend the time, whether it's 15 minutes or a half an hour or whatever the case may be, you deserve to get something for your money's worth. And yeah, somebody will say, well, yeah, it doesn't cost me anything to watch this. It costs time, doesn't it? You could be doing something else, somewhere else, with someone else, right? Instead, you've taken the time to watch me and talk to me. And that's how I feel. I feel like you people who are watching right now, I feel like you're right here. We're friends. We're hanging out. We're shooting the breeze. And so, you know, that's pretty much the direction I'm moving in. I do tell you what, because I'm not going to go much longer. This is like 13 minutes. I think I've said enough. I've accomplished the goal. I've streamed for this week. I've got some new videos coming out. In fact, I did some shorts. I did a short last week called UFO Bob Meets Santa Claus, and I hope you'll go check it out. It's pretty fun. I mean, it's pretty amazing what this guy can do. And I finished yesterday a short that I'm going to put up probably on Wednesday called The Golden Rule. And again, I think you're going to like it. I think it's pretty cool. The bottom line here is that I am going to stick with doing content creation for at least the next 6 months to a year. After that, I'll reassess and reevaluate. And if it turns out that I've made an unwise choice to continue, yeah, I'll own up to it. I'll wrap up, you know, the show, and we'll call it a day. And anyway, in the meantime, here's my favor I ask. If you enjoyed the show, if you enjoyed this video, consider hitting a thumbs up for me. And really, I'd really like to hear from you. Leave a comment. You know, do you have a question? Do you have a point of view about, you know, what I'm talking about? And there go the jets. I happen to live right underneath the flight path for the incoming jets to Orange County Airport. So literally right up there, well, you can't see where right up there is, but that's where they make their turn from either the west or the east when they're coming in to land at the airport. Sometimes it can get pretty noisy. Anyways, please leave a comment, please. Oh, by the way, I also have a Discord server. I will put the link in the description box later. Right now I've got, when I hang up here, I have to head up to Torrance, California, which is about 40 minutes away. I have some business to conduct up there, and I don't want to be late, so I will sign off right now. Thank you again for watching. This is UFO Bob, out.